Welcome to Corium Concepts. It's been a long time since I did a video, it seems. I've been on quite the tour. Just got back from Coronova in LA. It was an experience I can't even describe. I'm not even going to try to in this video. I'm going to put together a special video just for that event. It was quite an experience, and I'm eager to share it. But I have a lot to get through. Been away for a while, so we're just going to plow through here a little quicker on this one. This was a tour we did. I wasn't able to fly across an international boundary at this point in time, so had to drive across. So yeah, this is the trip me and my lovely partner did by car. It was pretty cool trip. It was the first time actually down through this part of the United States on land, so got to see a lot of countryside. Oregon definitely stood out in my mind. It's quite the beautiful state. Really happy that we drove through there, and into Hollywood. So it was interesting to see. I'm more of a rural type, mountain life type, so it's interesting to go through that beautiful countryside and then find myself in the depths of Hollywood in Los Angeles. It's quite the trip, but it was a lot of driving, took up a lot of days away, and had some things to tend to on the ranch when I got back, so it's just been a whirlwind for a while. So sorry for the absence, but we're going to get into it here. That's as close as I could get with the time I had to the Hollywood sign. That was taken from the observatory in LA there. Beautiful location. And wish we had more time. Just a quick little video to recap. I tried live streaming this event. Talked to the team there, coin holder, Michael, and asked if I could live stream it, and they gave me the go-ahead. I certainly tried, but YouTube didn't like the fact that the music was playing in the background and I got a copyright. Looks like 5 people got to see it, and that's about it, but it's too bad. It was quite the launch, quite the party, quite the venue at the lighthouse there. Definitely will remember. And like I said, I'm going to do a video just on the event as a recap in itself. Got a bunch of pictures and video, and met so many wonderful people, and got to meet core council members by face instead of over the internet, and Bob and Reza and Otto. It was great to meet everybody. DAI was there, and Digital Perspectives, Brad Kimes, and Tony Edwards with Thinking Crypto. I didn't even get a chance to bump into him. And it was a celebration and a party indeed, but I gotta say, everybody was there using their time to network and build and talk about the future. So it was a mix of everything, but it was a busy night. Met a lot of interesting people, and there's a lot of exciting things coming up, I can assure you that. And I'm going to do my best to cover it all here for you guys. So with that, while I was away, obviously the mainnet went live, and I was hoping to do a video on wallets, but I really couldn't confidently get behind the Leap wallet. There was early problems for a lot of people. Some people lost funds, and so even though it's one of the options here on this list, I'm not confident enough with it. I'm not using it for mine at this time. I'm just taking the stance I need to do some more research. I don't like moving my funds around without being confident that the technology I'm using is going to be stable and my funds are going to be safe. So at this time, I just can't I don't want to guide anybody to it. I'm just not comfortable with it yet. I'm currently exploring using Kepler wallet and the Restake app. So yeah, I'm just diving into that. I think Zen's doing a video on it, and I think Rise here, I'm going to mention shortly, they're also doing something on it using that. I haven't heard anything with Cosmos Station yet, good or bad. I looked into Air Gap. It's a it looks okay, but it's not a quick solution because it's got a physical device component too. So I'm going to research all these a bit more. I tried to get some info as much as I could on what wallets were available at mainnet, and I just didn't have a lot to go on, so it was hard to share anything of value. And I'm in hindsight, I'm glad I didn't. A little concerning the bugs with the Leap wallet here so far. So at this point, my crypto hasn't moved. But that being said, those that have got theirs moved over are earning fantastic rewards. And so everybody's different. Everybody's got to make their own choices. It's just my personal take on it. So I will keep updated on the wallet situation as it develops. I'd like to, I'm curious to see what the team says about it from Corium, and what the best way. Obviously, it's in their best interest to get people to move their tokens onto the main nets and get them delegated to secure the blockchain. So I'm sure we're going to hear from them. So I like to be the early adopter and all, but sometimes if I'm just not comfortable, I'm not ready to jump in just yet. So that's my position on it for now. I'll definitely keep updated on what I'm doing, and looking forward to what the solutions are in the days ahead. But one of our community members here has a validator, and they're building on the Corium network, running a community validator, and they really could use some support. The 32 top validators get recognition, and he's just hanging on there in the bottom. So it's important we get behind our community members so we can keep this a community-owned blockchain. It's nice that we have the institutional validators here, but at the same time, if it's all them running everything, then we're not going to have much say in things. So it's important to support our community members. I'm going to be hopefully getting a video out with an interview with the Rise group here. It's a very interesting project that they're doing in addition to having a validator on the Corium mainnet. It says, we've been building many hours and many months for the Corium official blockchain. Here's a PDF of our roadmap. A lot of good things coming really soon. They got a multi-chain NFT marketplace. So it's looking, if this is any indicator, Corium, Solo, ETH, Solana, Hedera, Avalanche, Cardano, Tezos, Near, XRP Ledger, Cosmos, Binance. So cross-chain bridge, utility token, 50 million supply, 25 million is going to the community. You can have customizable profiles, direct messages, likes, comments, notifications. It's going to be secure. Validator known with a learn to earn section in beta testing. So really excited to see that. It seems to have a good focus on community and education. So definitely want to support Rise, and at least even if you have your Corium token staked on another validator, you can change it so that your rewards get delegated with Rise, and support another community member so that our voice in our community can be a strong presence on the Corium blockchain. Solargenic posted, along with the Corium mainnet, a bridge was deployed between the XRP ledger and the new IBC compatible layer 1. Users can send and swap their Corium IOU tokens to the mainnet through multi-chain org directly on the Solargenic platform. There's a link to the solargenic.org bridge. So it's important to know, be sure you're comfortable where you're moving your tokens to if you decide to do that. At this time, that is a one-way bridge the way I understand it. So once you move your Corium off the XRP ledger, at this time, there's no moving them back onto it. So it's important you understand that. It's important you understand the technology that you're using to send those tokens to on the other end. Just be safe out there. Don't want anybody losing their tokens. And Black Crypto shared this 007 Corium validator. From what I understand, they're a validator on there too, another community member. This is a great tool with analytics listing all the validators on the Corium mainnet. Great tool to choose your preferred validators, and that's on Mint. So there, you can currently see 32 of 37 validators. Just under 120 million tokens are locked up right now. Block time of 2.07 seconds. And you can see the validators there. Cosmos Station's currently ranking number 1 with 11% voting power. Then you got Zen Lounge, BitTrue, Informal Systems, Haboy, Stakewool, AirGap, Citadel 1. I'm going to check out their wallets and see what's going on there. Stakecedo. So it's nice to see the Cosmos community is really getting involved with the Corium network here. It's very nice to see. Stake Lab, Keyrock, Emerge, All Nodes, EcoStake, Staking Cabin, Ubit Capital. See, these are all institutional guys. So you've got to get some community, more community in there, like Stakecedo, Zen Lounge, 4Bowl, B Harvest, 01 Node. Haven't looked into that one yet. There's our core heroes coming in there. Core Apes delegated their tokens onto the core heroes chain there. So that was really cool to see. See, they got a commission of 1.5%, 100% uptime. There's a 007 Corium, 100% uptime. Low fee community Corium validator committed to ensuring the decentralized, secure, and optimal operation of the network. So it's important to support our community, guys. Make sure you spread it around so that they stay active here. We validate exclusively on the Corium blockchain, committed to prioritizing the best interest of the community. You know, so you come on here and you got the links to check everybody out. 100% uptime. So, you know, that's the things you want to see. It's got their commission rates there. And we're coming in rate at 32, so that's why it's important that we help Rise Earnwise out here. A validator that pays you back validation fees. You got 5% commission, 100% uptime. You're just hanging on to that 30-second position for a validator. So it's important to get involved, help them out. I'm arranging an interview here soon. Shine a light on this project. Looks like they're working really hard, so it's important that we help them out and support what they're doing here. So there's another MintScan page. It's got the inflation at 10.39%. Current staking APR is 41.3%. So yeah, everybody so far that has moved their tokens over has been very pleased with the rewards, and it varies on your validator and how often they restart. And checking our Explorer, same thing, inflation 10%, APR 41.4, supply is 500 million Corium, average block time 2.8 seconds, 32 of 37 validators are active. 120 million locked up for voting. So currently 23.89% is bonded. So it's definitely we definitely want to get that number up. So at the same time, I need to find a good secure way to move those Corium tokens over. And here's just another view of the validators. Core Heroes staking validator is now live. Stake your Corium now to earn massive annual profits of 10.26% with only a 1% fee. Join our Discord here. So yeah, it was really cool to see that the Core Apes project I also got involved with is they've delegated their tokens over there too. So that's just going to increase the rewards paid out to the Core Heroes holders and X Walkers holders, and yeah, it was really good to see everybody working together as a community on these projects. So the Core Apes crew was at Cornova. It was a pleasure meeting all of them and seeing them there. They had a nice display on, as you can see. Great guys, and yeah, it was interesting to hear what they had to say, and it's exciting. I think we got some exciting times ahead with the Core Apes guys there. So there's Albert, Core Council, being interviewed at Cornova. It's really great to meet Albert face to face, and it was a short time, but we certainly had a good time. And Bob and Reza, it was great to meet them. I was fortunate enough to have a quick chat with each of them and hear about what lies ahead for Corium, and just congratulate them on an exciting event and launch of the Corium mainnet here finally. And like I said here, it's just the beginning. It just seemed like the event was wrapping up such a long journey, but in all realities, it's just the beginning. So I'm excited to document this progress from leading up till the mainnet launch, and even more excited to be documenting what comes ahead here. So it was such a great event, and met a lot of great people, and did a lot of networking, and have really a lot of exciting things coming up here. I can't wait to tell you guys about it. Stay tuned. Otto Nino was there, and I had a great chat with him about tokenization, and such a great energy here in Otto to speak about Solargenic and Corium and what they plan to achieve this year ahead. Such a pleasure to meet him, and it was really great to share my ideas on tokenization with him, about on tokenizing real estate. I think that has a great future for the Corium blockchain and the Solargenic as far as its platform to tokenize securities, and I think also real estate is going to be a big part of that. So it was great meeting Otto there. Look forward to more conversations with him in the future. So checking on the price, it's down significantly since I last did an update, as expected, with snapshots there leading up to it. You get a lot of price volatility, and like many projects, after the snapshot, the price drops significantly, but that's okay if you're here for the long term and really have the vision and embrace the vision that the team has for this project. These price swings are really irrelevant. It's just speculation and people taking advantage of a generous airdrop, obviously, but it hasn't affected me any. I'm not buying and selling tokens right now. So if anything, it's if you're interested in the long term of this project, 28 cents is a heck of a good price for what this technology is about to unleash, I think, on the crypto ecosystem. So it's not financial advice, just what I'm doing. So you can see on the daily chart, getting to the definitely the oversold area here. So those that were looking for an entry into Corium, it's not to say it can't go down, but it's dropped significantly. And got to remember with airdrops, the first airdrops coming out here April 1st for Corium holders. So that's going to add about 25 million tokens into circulation. Hopefully, being that it was the Corium holders, that a lot of those people use that airdrop to delegate into community validators. But again, got to expect some price volatility. So watch for that around the April 1st date there. And Solargenic, it's holding its own. It's sitting at 17 cents. It's down 20% on the week, but still up 25% in the last 6 months. XRP's been running hot here in the last couple days. You see it's up 11% on the week, 38% in the last month, and currently sitting at 52 cents. And Bitcoin's pulled up quite a bit in the last week, but then running sideways here the last few days. Last month it's up 16%, last 6 months 40%, so it's been fairly active and volatile lately too. Total crypto market cap's 1.12 trillion, and holding above that 1 trillion mark fairly steady here in the last week. Gold coming in at 1969, silver 23.24, DXY is down still at 102.49. The NMRI hasn't changed much in the last week, sitting about 228. It's been bouncing around. I see while I was gone, it did get down to as low as 216, I guess. But yeah, just everything's just pretty much running sideways here. And I'm going to expand on some of these ideas later. I just didn't want to forget about it here. NASDAQ to launch crypto custody services in Q2. While I was away, there was also an article about the SEC and their position on staking. I want to get into that a little bit. So I just don't want to make this video terribly long. So I'll just do a separate video on these in the days ahead. Investment giant Fidelity has announced plan to hire its crypto and token research team with the ambition of managing 4.5 trillion in assets. So if you're invested in the long term in this industry, there's going to be some big changes coming. I think the Middle East is going to play a huge role in opening up the development of decentralized finance and a new monetary system. And I think we're going to see rapid changes here. So when you start talking 4.5 trillion, that's 4.5x of what the whole market cap of crypto is right now. And there's a lot more. That's just Fidelity. When you start talking BlackRock and all these other big banks, central banks, it's trillions and trillions. So there's a lot at stake here. This is nice to see. We're excited to bring USDC to Cosmos. USDC is expected to launch on Noble soon. Stay tuned for details. Why that's relevant is because the next bridge to be made on the Corium network is going to be to the IBC compatible chains. So it's going to be a huge ecosystem ready to connect to the Corium network as soon as that IBC bridge is done. And you can see Noble supercharging Cosmos one asset at a time, the most reliable, secure, and frictionless way to natively issue digital asset in Cosmos. And again, like I was saying earlier about the Middle East, I'm going to do a feature on this, and I have an interview coming up here soon with Camel Lover. I'd like to talk to him about the move Saudi Arabia is making here with BRICS and China. There's a lot going on geopolitically. Kenya signs a deal with Saudi Arabia and UAE to buy oil with Kenyan shillings instead of US dollars. UAE is going to be where the digital sandbox is being created to really expand their presence in blockchain and digital assets and technology. So there's a lot going on over there in Middle East, Africa, and I know the future of finance is going to be shifting that way, and I'm just really interested to speak to somebody from that part of the world to get their perspective on what's going to be happening. And Saudi Arabia considers accepting the yuan instead of dollars for Chinese oil sales. So, the less relevant the US dollar becomes, the more the less reason people have to hold it. When that starts happening, you're going to see inflation go through the roof, like something we've never seen before. So these are huge shifts that are affecting us on a very broad scale. Your family, your neighbors, co-workers, everybody feels the pinch of inflation, and a lot of people don't see what lies ahead here, and it's important that you stay aware and be ready to pivot, because our politicians don't necessarily have our best interest in mind. They know all this is happening, and I don't know that they're setting us up well to deal with it. So anyways, this is already getting long. Thank you everybody for your support, all those that helped get me to Cornova. It was an experience of a lifetime. Found out I got fans out there, met a few of them there. It was really exciting, and I appreciated every moment of it. I'll never forget it, and I'm going to use moments like that to keep me motivated to keep the content coming out as fast and often as I can for you guys, because I could tell you there's going to be a lot to cover the next year. There is a lot of interesting things happening with this project. So I know it's tough seeing the price drop like that, but hold your head high. We got a great technology here. It's community owned, and if we all stick together and work together, we can really push this thing forward to some amazing places, because we got some very dedicated and skilled people at the top guiding this ship forward. So thank you everybody. Peace and prosperity to you all.
First stage will make its way back down to Earth and land on our drone ship. Just read the instructions.